Hello everyone, welcome back to Mohawk. This is map 5, big room full of baddies. Whoa, okay. Getting some fireballs thrown at me, so let's get a move on. So despite what the map name says, or would suggest, there is actually more than one room in this map. But I suppose that this is probably the big one, the big room, the titular one. Because, well, it's the biggest room. And there are quite a few baddies in here. One thing I probably want to do real quick is run over here, and you can see that this pillar here looks different from this one. It's got like a little gap in it, so you can lower it and get a super shotgun, which is the first one in the WAD, I believe. So, nice to have that. Definitely helps with mowing down the fodder enemies a lot easier. I can also grab a normal shotgun, and it's nice to come up here because this chain gunner can be a pain. He can shoot you down there where I got the super shotgun. Oh, Spectre. And thankfully this map is just rather light on the items again, so hopefully I won't have to go hunting for them later, fingers crossed. And those bars with the zombies behind them will raise later, so I'll just leave them alone for now. Oh, there you are, Spectre. I was wondering where the other one was. He was hiding, I guess. Oh, I'm guessing one of the zombies shot the barrel, or it could have been a projectile from in front of me. I'm not sure. Yeah, so thankfully we get an SSG and a shotgun quite early on, although we do not get a chain gun right now, so have a little bit more trouble with long range enemies. I like to grab this rad suit here, which is a little bit hidden. I wouldn't call it a secret though. And here you can overlook the big room with baddies, although not very many baddies in there right now. Pressing this switch, I believe, raises the bars back here, yeah. But I want to finish this area first. I'm running low on shells, so I will try to kill these shotgunners, get some more, help kill these Kakadians. Good stuff. Also, I think this is the first red suit we've seen, in this WAD at least. Not ever. Not for me at least. But it turns the screen like this whitish tint instead of green, which I think is an interesting choice. Not necessarily a bad one, but I don't really understand why it was made either. But no harm done, I guess. And we can grab some mega armor up here after pressing that switch and the blue key as well. Let me kill this guy. And the plasma gun also, so lots of blue things here. Fits the theme, I guess. And here we can see an outside area that we'll go to just a second. First I want to go back to these areas that I was talking about before, where there were enemies hanging out, but we raised the bars, mostly because there's some items to collect. They tend to, yeah, the zombies tend to follow me up here, so and there we go. And now we can go through the blue door. Also grab the partial invisibility. It's nice out here because there's a lot of hit scanners, especially if you get these chain gunners. This part here is maybe a reference to E1M1, the poison room with the zigzag floor, and the sniping imps. Yeah, I could see it being a reference, or inspired by at least. And now we can finally get a chain gun. It's not super useful. Yeah, I was very close to that barrel when it exploded. Thankfully I did not get hit at all. Pressing this switch will lower the red key over there, and you can run through this wall here where there's, looks like there's a platform up there, but there's actually not. It's just a fake wall. And you can grab a soul sphere, and then you can grab this red key here. I should point out that I like this MIDI. I just have a hunch, I have no idea if this is true, but I feel like that it is a another like minified, you know, song that I don't know. But again, my lack of musical knowledge is hurting me here. And I actually did this back in map 3. Kept forgetting to point it out. That I turned on the widescreen status bar. I thought that it would load properly, since I have it in the auto load Doom 2 folder. And it should load, you know, Doom 2 before this WAD, but it doesn't show up correctly, so I just put it in, I just made an auto load folder for this WAD in particular. And yeah, after we do that, there's an arch file here, which definitely can be a threat, if you let him go revive some of the monsters out there. But if you come out this way that opens and use the plasma, he's no biggie. There's also a Mancubus and some Hell Knights, so we're seeing some higher tier demons that we haven't really seen thus far. And there's, oh crap, there's one item left. Well, I'll go ahead and open the exit door, because that's where the rest of the kills are. And, Ready Rudy, not Ready Rudy. That's Stupid's other pod. Not his only other one. I think he's made quite a few, but the other one that I've played. Ray Mohawk is what this is called. And its favorite thing is to, have enemies teleport behind you, like it did when I opened this door. Enemies from this room will teleport behind me. It did it in map 4 and 3 as well, I think. And maybe 2 and 1, I can't really remember off the top of my head. But, here, they just have walls next to you open, so, you know, trying something new. And thankfully I was able to find the last item, so. That is all for Big Room with Baddies. Yeah, the name, maybe not super accurate, that's okay. It's still fun, probably the most fun map in the WAD, I'd say. I wish maps 4 and 6 especially were more like this one, since they're probably my 2 least favorite, unfortunately. But yeah, it's very fun. You kind of always feels like that there's monsters pulling you to the next area. I think it's kind of hard to describe, especially because I'm not a mapper, but yeah, I feel like the map is not linear, but the way forward is always clear, and there's always something to fight, right? Like, there's not really a dull moment unless you're, like, backtracking through areas you've already been. But the monsters have a lot of freedom to wander throughout the map, and yeah, the big open areas tend to be the most fun, in my opinion, at least, to fight Doom enemies in, so yeah, I quite like this one. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about this one. Yeah, so that's all for Big Room with Baddies, and I'll see you all in the final map, map 6. Thanks for watching, and bye.